"Oh, brother-in-law, we forgot our wallet and cards at home." My wife's sister said, and "My name is David. I'm a 35-year-old from a beautiful part of Charleston, South Carolina. I used to believe that love and family were the only things that truly mattered. But I learned a harsh lesson. I learned that sometimes the people you trust the most are the ones who are playing a game with you. This is the story of how I discovered the truth and finally won." The laugh came late and felt artificial, as if it had to crawl its way through her throat. "We forgot our wallet, my wife," Sarah said, brushing her hair behind her ear, her practiced smile glued in place. "And our cards too," she added. "Oh, brother-in-law, you don't mind, do you?" The waiter stood frozen beside the bill, placing it delicately on the table like he was dropping a bomb. The total was over. $200,000. That's what they thought. I was worth a fool's price for the illusion of family. Sarah looked at me not with guilt or confusion, but as if she expected me to do what I always do and just play along. Her parents laughed sharp and hollow like clinking glasses against chipped teeth. I could see it then. Not a mistake, not a misstep, but a deliberate pattern. How many times had I been set up like this? How many forgetful moments? Anniversaries, vacations, that emergency loan they paid back in love? I didn't speak, not yet. I just lifted the bill, turned it over slowly, and stared at the numbers as if they held some deeper meaning, something I already knew. My hand didn't shake, and neither did my voice when I said no. It all started a month or two ago. These things don't come like a scream, they crawl softly like a whisper. It was a message on Sarah's phone that she had left unlocked on the bed. "He doesn't suspect a thing," it said, from her sister. No name, no context, just those words sitting there like a landmine on the screen. I stared at it for a full minute, not because I was confused, but because I wasn't. I remembered the way her sister lingered in the kitchen when I got home. The way she'd call me brother in that soft, rehearsed tone. The way Sarah watched her instead of me when she thought I wasn't looking. It was like discovering a painting you'd walked past 100 times was always a forgery. I didn't confront her or ask her scream. I just nodded at her when she came in from the shower with a towel tight around her betrayal. And I smiled because the moment I saw that message, I understood. I'd never truly been married. I had been positioned. I began with my bank account. A small transfer to a private investigator, a man I knew wouldn't flinch. Then came the DNA swab, innocent, folded into a family ancestry test for our daughter. My daughter, or so I thought. The investigator called me after 10 days. His voice was measured and professional, but I could hear the hesitation, the weight behind every word. "She's not biologically yours," he said. No sorrow, no apology, just confirmation. I thanked him, hung up, and sat on the edge of the bed listening to my wife laugh in the living room with her sister. They were drinking wine and watching a rom-com. How fitting. I opened her old phone back up, the one she thought was wiped clean. I found the messages and videos. One was from the night of our engagement. Party showing her sister with him together while I stood outside planning my proposal speech. I didn't cry. I didn't even blink. I started documenting everything, carefully, meticulously, with dates, times, and photos. Because if you're going to destroy something, you make sure it never grows back. It was 2 days before the dinner. She was painting her nails red as always. I sat beside her waiting. Then I slid a manila envelope onto the table between us. She looked at it, then at me. "What's this?" she asked. "Open it," I said. She did. First the photos, then the messages, and finally the DNA result. I watched her eyes change. Not fear yet, but calculation. She was trying to figure out what I wanted. But I didn't want an apology. I wanted her to see that I knew everything. She opened her mouth, closed it, and tried again. "I can explain," she said. "I didn't ask you to." The calm in my voice scared even me. Her sister Jessica walked in moments later, saw the papers, and froze. My wife didn't move. I stood, nodded once, and left the room. I let them choke in their silence. And now here we were. Their anniversary dinner. Their smirks, their jokes, the empty wallet accident. Jessica had the audacity to wink. "You'll cover us, right, big bro?" she asked, playing dumb. And her parents howled like this was some charming sitcom. I let the silence stretch. I let it thicken until it pushed down on their lungs. Then I said softly, like reciting a prayer, "I'm not paying for this." The laughter stopped. Her father looked up confused. My wife blinked. Jessica turned pale. I reached into my coat pocket, pulled out a USB, and placed it beside the wine glass. Inside that is a folder with every chat, every image, every lie, I said. And a video you filmed on the night of your anniversary 2 years ago with him. Her mother's fork clinked onto her plate. My voice didn't rise. And for your information, I said, looking at my wife, then at her sister, your daughter will now know who her real father is. Gasps, a wine glass spilled. No one laughed now. I stood slowly, straightened my sleeves, and smiled. Happy anniversary, I said. I didn't look back as I walked to the door. I didn't wait for pleas or for tears. I had given them the truth, a final precise incision to sever everything they built on my back. No goodbyes, no parting words. The night air outside was cold, but not colder than what I had left behind. As I got into my car, I checked my phone. One new message from my lawyer. Divorce papers delivered, custody terminated, assets secured. And with that, I turned the key, drove into the silence, and became a man no one would ever play again. Love real-life drama? Shocking twists and unforgettable Reddit stories? Then hit subscribe now and never miss a story that will keep you hooked till the end.